He's a prolific painter, he's a prolific writer, he's a great poet, and he makes us laugh tremendously. But above all, he's one of the most interesting people I've ever met. He's got so many stories that he can tell, awe-inspiring, life-changing stories.
I joined the army as a boy soldier of 15 to learn to be a trumpeter, and I was posted to Singapore. Been there a couple of years, and the Japs invaded and I was in the line of fire. I got 2 pieces of shrapnel in my right hip. I was on the death railway, which most people know about nowadays, and I was very lucky to survive. I started my prisoner of war life with the shirt, no trousers, they were cut off me in the casualty clearing station, a shirt, a pair of boots and a haversack. We could work all the hours of the day. We were never given clothing, we were never given bedding, we had no mosquito nets, and we were in malaria country, we were in Anopheles mosquito country. And we all had malaria time after time after time. We also had dysentery and pellagra and any tropical disease that you care to imagine, we had. We lost thousands. I happened to be there when the Allied planes at the end of the war came over and bombed the bridge, what people think is the bridge over the River Kwai. They take the visitors there now, but I was actually there when it was bombed. Some of the bombs fell in the camp and we lost about 20 men that day. I came home on a Dutch ship called the Boisseveen, where we had food to eat for the first time. We all put on a lot of weight before we got back to England. That I stayed in the army, and next big day in my life was when I met my wife, Audrey, on Eastbourne railway station. Very cheekily, she said to me, "You can take me to the pictures if you like." Well, she was seeing her boyfriend off at the time, so that was a very cheeky thing to do. So as we got in the train, my friend said, "Did you hear what she said?" And I said, "Yes, but she didn't mean it." "Oh yes, she did, you know." So anyway, to cut a long story short, we met in May and were married in September and were married for 65 years. I lost her about 10 years ago. Her silver line had been a great help to me, because otherwise it's a very lonely life at this age. And I was talked into doing all sorts of things, radio, and sometimes appearing on the television, and including I was in a gardening program that Alan Titchmarsh puts out, Love Your Garden. But several people have contacted me asking if I knew their father on the railway. And there is one woman who I was able to tell her that actually her father was my best friend in Singapore.
So Jack, it's my great pleasure to let you know that you've won the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I can't think of anybody more deserving of something special like that, because you know how very special you are to everybody that comes into contact with you. Well, so congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed.